Real Country 1430 AM and 1073 FM WRDN. Good morning. This is the WRDN Morning Farm Report. I'm Brian Winnekins. Joining us this morning, Katie Mattison with the Dunn County Farm Bureau. And we are going to talk with Katie this morning about the Dunn County Dairy Drive-Through, and that's coming up on June 26th. Thank you to our newsmaker sponsors, including Compeer Financial, Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Annabis Silo, Osteoplastics, Synergy Co-op, and A&J Agronomy. And Katie, thank you for joining us this morning. Okay, June Dairy Month. I know last year a lot of the dairy breakfasts were canceled. Many are coming back. Now, last year, Pepin County is like, we're going to have a drive-through thing. Is that kind of where you guys got the idea to do this?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I'm all about borrowing other people's great ideas. I mean, why not reinvent the wheel, right? And we saw how awesome that event was, and like, let's replicate that. Why not, right?
And so I know that there had been the breakfast committee was this, it was a hard decision, or it was a decision that they just felt needed to be made to not have the in-person breakfast. So yourself and some other folks were like,
Right.
we still have to do something, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those dairy breakfasts are a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of just a lot, I mean, a year in advance, even planning, and it is what it is. So this actually kind of came about, I will say, with one of our hosts. So it's a good thing he's on there hosting. Bear Creek Farms, one of the members at Bear Creek Farms. I happen to live with him as well, Steve Bear. One day after we saw the announcement, it was like, well, we really need to do something. As a dairy farmer in Dunn County, I want something. So I was like, well, all right. And then in a conversation with, Al Shannon, a lot of people have heard that name as well. And Steve and Al are good friends. And it just kind of sparked a conversation of, we need to do something. What do we do? And we just so happened to have a Dunn County Farm Bureau meeting, had a discussion at that, and kind of came to the consensus we need to do something. And let's do a drive-through, make it easy. Easy on people, but we can still kind of have that sense of community a little bit, and we can still do what we do in June, celebrate dairy.
So how will the drive-through work?
We have two different locations. The Countryside Co-op landmark location in Menominee, that grain facility just off of 94, is location 1. Location 2 is Bear Creek Farms, just down the road from your radio station in Elmwood, just off of County Road P. And so everybody, you can kind of take your pick, whatever one works best. There'll just be a drive in, drive through, and we're going to hand out bags. We're doing a grilled cheese kit. So totally not dairy breakfast at all. We're just doing all of the dairy. And so we'll have a loaf of bread, butter, cheese, and we're still kind of in the works of what all will be included in there. There will probably be a lot of extra goodies, but you will at least have all of the makings to go home and make your own grilled cheese sandwiches. So that'll be in a bag, and our volunteers will hand you a bag as you drive through.
Grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm thinking another idea that was just quote unquote borrowed, coming from World Dairy Expo with grilled cheese sandwiches, because those are pretty popular.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? It's like the perfect combination of a lot of different dairy products. And we're hoping to get, Dunn County has a lot of really great processing facilities. So we also have ConAgra. And so we've made contact with them, hoping for pudding from them. And then, working with a couple of our processors for some cheese and some different businesses. The response to this from people has been overwhelming. I mean, as far as getting people to look at sponsorships, I mean, everybody just wants to do something. Everybody wants to help out. And it's been really great to see, what a couple people getting together with an idea and getting some people on a committee and, throwing a fun community event together has been pretty cool to watch.
Talking with Katie Mattison with the Dunn County Farm Bureau, talking about the Dunn County Dairy Drive-Through June 26th. It'll run from 10 to 2. So, Katie, is there any cost?
There is no cost. This is free. And that's why that's why we've had all these great sponsors. They're going to come together, all of these great supporters of Dunn County Dairy. And it's all just going out the door for free for everybody to come and enjoy our awesome dairy products. So we're just kind of looking to be a wash this year. Like all of our donations will be going back out to the community, and we're just looking to make it a great event.
Again, it's the Dunn County Dairy Drive-Through, June 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, before I let you go, because you have goats.
I do have goats.
So I saw a story recently from Paris, Illinois, a gentleman who has a company. He started with 3. Now he's up to 100 employees, and they're goats and sheep, and he's using them to clear brush and that for homeowners and cabin owners. So I have to ask, is that something that I know you have dairy goats, but
I don't have dairy goats. I have meat goats.
Oh, well then would you want to branch out and start, clearing up, folks that need some help with their landscape and have the goats just mow everything down? Because goats will eat anything.
Maybe. It's funny you should say that, because we actually do have, not necessarily in this area. I know in Polk County, there's a goat farm that's what they specialize in. I'm trying to think of I can't think of what their business name is. And I have a girl that I graduated high school with. I believe they live in California. And she just went through their second round of like goats in their backyard to clear out some of their invasive species. And, it's actually kind of a big thing. It's pretty interesting. And I think people love it. So why not, right?
Do you use them around your farm to, kind of clear some stuff out? Just send the goats in there.
I mean, I could. Right now, I'm rotationally grazing them.
Okay, well, it's kind of the same,
Kind of the same, I mean, I've got some portable fences, which is pretty much the same thing that they use when they bring these goats out to clear out some of this brush. And I know I've never seen it, but every once in a while, I think the state of Wisconsin, state of Minnesota, even maybe, will bring them in and throw them like out on the edge of like 94 to clear out some of. I know I've heard people say that they've seen them. I don't know about recently, but
I know a colleague of mine that owns a station. I sent him this as a joke, and he goes, "No, we actually do this, and the farm actually brings a llama along, and the llama's the protection for the goats. Apparently, the llama can take on the predators."
Llamas, donkeys, and another random, and this is maybe kind of like circling back to what we were originally talking about in like the dairy, and I can't prove this, but I did hear the other day, because for another event that one of my county farm bureaus I work with is working on for Chippewa County, they're doing a Sunday on the farm that next day. And I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday, but Alice in Dairyland, I think they're doing a big dairy event down at LeClaire Farms and that's on their goat dairy.
Okay.
I believe it's a June Dairy Month celebration, and that's where our Alice in Dairyland will be there that last weekend in June.
We started with cows, now we're talking about goats, but because goats is funny and they eat anything.
Goats
do
are
they eat
definitely
pretty much anything?
I think that's kind of a myth. I mean, they kind of like to nibble.
Okay, all right. Well,
So it
I
kind of
had
seems
to ask.
like the actual eating everything is a little bit of a myth.
All right, because I had to ask just after seeing that story. I'm like, well, Katie should be doing this. This would be like a perfect fit.
I mean, it could be. I do follow some people. I've unfortunately gotten sucked into TikTok, and I follow a guy on TikTok.
Oh boy. Well, on that note, we're going to let Katie go. That's Katie Mattison. She's with the Dunn County Farm Bureau. Again, it is the Dunn County Drive-Through Dairy, or the Dunn County Dairy Drive-Through. It'll be on June 26th from 10 a.m. to 2, and 2 locations at Bear Creek Farms of Highway P in Elmwood, and the Countryside Landmark Cooperative location in Menominee. You're listening to the WRDN Morning Farm Report.